Chris Duncan passed away on September 6, 2019 at only the age of 38 years old. The past few weeks, family, friends, and former teammates gathered to celebrate the life of Chris Duncan. I am sharing this presentation of Chris's life with you on YouTube for two reasons. First, as a big baseball fan, as a St. Louis native, I personally had the opportunity to see and meet Chris when he was just a young man in the minor leagues trying to make it for himself with big league ambitions. The second reason, at 38, the same age as Chris, I lost a close childhood friend of mine to brain cancer earlier this year in February. I'm going to share with you the life and legacy of Chris Duncan in baseball. I only knew Chris as a fan of the game he beloved, and this is my perspective of his baseball career. Chris Duncan was born on May 5, 1981 in Tucson, Arizona. The son of Dave Duncan, former Major League catcher. Dave was coaching at the Major League level while Chris grew up in Arizona and attended high school with his older brother Shelly, where they both starred on the baseball diamond. Together, they would both star at Canyon del Oro High School, eventually garnering the attention of Major League scouts. Older brother Shelly opted to attend the University of Arizona and was eventually drafted by the Yankees in 2001. Chris, however, opted after his senior season to sign with the St. Louis Cardinals, the team his father was the current pitching coach of, who drafted him with the 46th overall pick in the 1999 draft. Barely after graduating from high school, Chris found himself at the Cardinals' rookie affiliate in Johnson City, Tennessee. The Cardinals promoted him after his short season to the Peoria Chiefs in 2000. Chris would spend part of the next 3 seasons in the Cardinals' single-A affiliate, becoming a very solid hitter while manning first base. By 2004, Chris made the jump to Double-A and had a very good season. The Cardinals were impressed with Duncan's 2004 season that they sent him to the Arizona Fall League to play for the Mesa Solar Sox. The following spring, Chris was slated to be the starting first baseman in Triple-A for the Memphis Redbirds. Chris excelled during the regular season, hitting 20-run home runs, the most at that point in his pro career, and on September 10, 2006, received the call that every player dreams of to the major leagues. This was a sweet moment for the Duncan family, as his father was still the pitching coach for the big league club. The Cardinals, recognizing Duncan's ability to hit, was stuck behind a pretty famous first bagger for the Cardinals in Albert Pujols, and was sent back to Memphis to learn to play the outfield in 2006. In May 2006, Chris was recalled by the Cardinals for just over a week, but was then sent back to Memphis. June of 2006 was a break that he was waiting for, as Pujols went down with an injury and also was recalled for a few more weeks. Finally, after taking the shuttle from Memphis to St. Louis, Chris was recalled in July to stay for the remainder of the 2006 season. In total, 2006 was Chris's breakout season, and in only 90 games he hit 22 home runs, batting .293 in only 90 games for the Cardinals. Chris would play a key part in St. Louis's run for a World Series title in 2006. In 2007, Chris returned to the majors, appearing in 127 games, the most he would ever have in a single season, hitting 21 home runs for the big club. In 2008, a rare neck injury sidelined Duncan, requiring surgery, and he was unable to return to full form and eventually was traded in 2009 to the Boston Red Sox. Duncan never saw major league time with the Red Sox, spending about only a month in Triple-A before being granted his release before the end of the season. In 2010, Duncan signed a minor league deal with the Nationals, appearing in 82 games for their Triple-A affiliate, never returning to the major leagues and retiring in the winter of 2010, as he required an additional surgery for a hip injury that he sustained during the season. After his playing career, while fighting for his own life after a diagnosis, Chris did an exclusive interview sharing his innermost intimate details of his own health as well as his mother. He shared that despite his diagnosis, he would live life to its fullest. In 2011, he landed a job on sports radio hosting an afternoon show in St. Louis, a job he held up until January of 2019 when he had to step away to focus on getting healthy to fight his ailments. I personally was not living in St. Louis at the time Chris was on the radio, but I often would catch segments of his show while traveling back home to visit family and really enjoyed the perspective he brought to the show. In closing, thank you for joining me on this brief journey of celebrating the life of Chris Duncan from a fan's perspective. Although I hadn't seen Chris in many years, I, along with everyone else who ever met him, will forever cherish their memories of him as not just a baseball player, but as a genuine human being. Thank you for joining me, and God bless.
I'm going to disappear for a little bit, but I'm going to come back stronger than ever.